Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Curt and Jim Live. Yeah, we're back. It's Monday night. We are here to improve the reputation of Mondays. This is the Curt Can't Talk channel. There it is. It's hard to do that in reverse. Look at that. I kept getting complaints, Jimbo, that I was leaving the Red Bull fridge empty, so I've just put a shirt over it. Now, they'll never know. Jimbo, he's on screen. How you going, man?
Hey, that's better. Just don't show it at all.
That's right.
It's
and
not
branding.
there.
It's branding. Look at that. Because that was the shirt that was way too small and
Yeah.
made us look like we were 15 years old wearing it, so we're never going to wear it again. I'm just going to put it over the fridge forevermore.
Nice. It's a fridge cover.
It is a fridge cover. Look, welcome, everybody. It is great to see you. We are improving the reputation of Mondays by talking sport every Monday. Jimbo, I'm looking right down the barrel. Just zoom in. I just want me. I want to connect with the with the viewers because, I mean, we're here every week, but every Monday is special. We've got some big things to talk tonight. The big three. We're talking AFCON. It's a debacle. It continues to be dramatic and ridiculous, so we've got to talk about that. My goodness, overturned. What the hell is going on? We're going to talk some Formula One stuff. It's the silly season already, it seems, because we've got Team Prinicpals leaving, going from one team to the other after two races. We've got races being cancelled. We've got a calendar in chaos, but it's an exciting and weird and very odd Formula One season, so we'll look at that tonight. We're also talking Spurs, which we talked a little bit on the TikTok Live just before. We had our first ever TikTok Live and a lot of questions about Spurs, which I didn't particularly enjoy, but I have to talk about them. Probably getting relegated. And then, of course, Jimbo, we've got some flag football stuff as well, which he will go through. It was what was it called, Jimbo? The Fanatics Flag Football Classic? Is that what it was? All right, bring yourself back in. We're into the flow of it here. How you going? What's going on over there?
Good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, had a camping weekend. You went away?
Yeah. Headed down the York Peninsula. Bit of fishing.
Yorkies is your place of choice, right?
Love York Peninsula. Can't beat the beaches on the Yorks.
How many fish did you catch?
Upwards of 35,
Okay.
40.
That's a good haul.
Yeah, it was a good, never disappoints down on Yorks.
And when you say you caught that many, are they legal and edible?
Yeah. Who's asking?
I'm just got a mate in the fisheries industry who's curious.
Yeah, no, that's the legal keepers. We didn't have to throw too many back. You get some mullet, you got to throw back if they're too small, but a few parrotfish. Otherwise, everything was edible.
What's a parrotfish?
It's a brown but coloured, funky looking thing that you can't really eat and you got to throw back.
Why is it called a parrotfish?
It's got some colour to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just tastes gross?
Yeah, not an impressed fish. Has some funky teeth.
Fish aesthetics. I'm sure that's what they've tuned in for tonight.
That's
now,
it.
of course, Jimbo, it is an interactive show. It's all about the chat, right? Now, we had Max in the chat an hour and a half before the show started. So, Max, welcome, man. I love your enthusiasm.
It's begun. Hopefully he's still here. He was counting down. It'd be ironic if he left.
Are you still here, Max?
I say, put something in the chat if you're still around.
Please send out a smoke signal.
We got the usuals. We got Wayne Hollis, Hans.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Good evening to you all. Hans, F1 is broken.
Yeah, we'll talk about F1. Tell us why exactly in the chat, Hans, why that's broken. But welcome to any new viewers. We had a few newbies last week, which was awesome, and I think we might have a couple that have come across from the TikTok. What did you make of our first TikTok live experience there, Jimbo? You were watching it from behind the camera. How did I go?
It was perfect. I didn't have to do anything. You pressed all the buttons. You set it up. I was just over here enjoying the magic.
Yeah, we ended up with 350 views.
Yeah. Bucketloads of people, heaps of, which, I mean, in hindsight makes sense, but heaps of internationals like Europe and Polish.
People from Turkey,
Poland. Kind of makes sense given the, I think, football heavy.
It was, yes.
Viewership. But yeah, everyone was all up in the chat wanting to talk favourite teams and get your insights on favourite players, etc.
This really is a European show, isn't it? I mean, we are quite Euro heavy.
True.
And we got Liam from Scotland. He normally joins us.
Yeah, true.
Cool. We've had people. Ant from Wales normally joins in as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
Have to move to Europe, do some lives in Europe.
Might have to. I think it's 10 a.m. in most European time zones at the moment, something like that, mid-morning. So it's Monday morning in Europe. They're already bored. Literally 1 hour of work, and you guys like, screw it. We're putting on Curt Can't Talk. But this is why we're here, right? Monday nights in Australia, Monday mornings in Europe, and the Yanks are all asleep. You're the only Yank involved in this show. Do you like being called a Yank?
Yeah, Yeah, I don't mind it.
It's not offensive, is it?
Yeah, it's weird that some of those. Well, is it a colloquialism? Do we call it that?
Yeah.
Some
I prefer that over slur.
Yeah, I find some feel fine and some are slurish.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to say the slurish ones.
Do you get called any slurs as an American?
I mean, isn't yank essentially the American slur, which doesn't feel very...
I don't think it's a slur.
What is? Live on YouTube.
Well, let's not go there.
Yeah, I can't say I've been called anything but yank.
Oh, I've called you plenty of things behind your back.
Other than stupid American.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, where do we want to start, Jimbo? We've got some politics to talk tonight. I think we need to get the Spurs stuff out of the way.
Yep.
I think we need to get it out of the way. My Du Bois jersey is...
Hans is already in the chat saying about time we started talking about the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, how are they going? I don't follow NBA very closely. I had a few people message me and say I should cover it, but it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. I'm 174 centimeters, so it's not my thing.
Guida has acknowledged RIP, the Red Bull fridge.
Yes, it is still there, Jim. It's still there, but it has been covered. It's been cloaked.
He took the lazy route of filling the fridge by just hiding it.
That's right. Well, we haven't got a drinks sponsor yet.
True.
Although, Jimbo, we do have a new sponsor for the network who is hopefully signing in about 12, 13 hours.
Nice.
Which we will announce very soon. We've also got Luthery on board, which we have the Thursday podcast where I go one-on-one. Here's some interviews. We've got maybe some baseball this week, maybe some other stuff coming. We've got quite a big Instagram personality who's coming on, non-sport related.
Oh.
Yes. So
I don't know if I'm in the loop of this one.
You don't know this one.
Hey.
I'm not going to say who it is until it's
Logan
100%.
Paul, isn't it?
It's no, Jake. I'm not sure. I mean, how many more times can we roll those guys out on pods? Like, are we learning anything more from the polls at this point?
That him and Tom Brady have beef over flag football?
Yeah. Save it.
We'll get to it.
Save it for the flag football
get to
takes. All right, Tottenham. Look, they're going to get relegated. They're 17th, and boy, oh boy, do I miss the days when we were 17th, yet 10 points clear of the drop zone, because this 17th means something, because Tottenham got smashed overnight by Nottingham Forest, 3-0. Now, they started well, Tottenham, and were producing the chances, and Matthias Tell was putting in a great game on the wing, and it looked like, maybe they'll convert a few. But being Tottenham this year, the way they're going, no, they didn't convert any, and lose 3-0, ironically, to a team that was managed by Ange for about 6 seconds earlier this year, of course, after Tottenham sacked Ange Postecoglou. So as an Australian, that really hurts to see the Ange Postecoglou Cup decided in such a disgraceful fashion. But this is no longer a theory. This is no longer an interesting thread to pull at. This is real. This is real that Tottenham, one of the biggest clubs, I didn't say the biggest, but in the top 6, we're talking economically, financially, stature, fans, European achievements over the last few years, they are a big club. A big club in name only, certainly not in performance. And I think we're going to see them play in the championship next year. 7 games to go. Equal with points on their next rival, being West Ham. I can't see any way they dig themselves out. The manager, who is apparently suffering a personal bereavement at the moment, and that's why he didn't attend the press conference. I'm not going to pass judgment on the validity of that. Plenty of others have. All I will say is I hope everything's okay, Igor. However...
Tottenham would sack him.
Well, I think they should, because... I mean, they should never have hired him. It was a disastrous hire, Jimbo. I don't know why they went down the Tudor route. There are other alternatives out there, and the fact that this guy has won nothing in management and had a disastrous spell at other big clubs, to think that he would be the saviour when he's shown literally nothing elsewhere, I don't know why this board makes the decisions that they do. But anyway, now...
He won't last long. They never do.
Well, I just don't know what happens from here. I said it a few weeks ago. There's a sick part of me that actually wants to see Tottenham go down as a punishment for the contempt with which they've treated their club and their fans, because they deserve better. They deserve better. Ange Postecoglou deserved better when he got sacked after winning the Europa League. And wouldn't we take 17th but 10 points clear now, as opposed to 17th and looking like we're going down? So 13 games without a win in the league. It'll be the biggest club relegated in world football since 2006. That was Juventus, and that was because of the scandal, the match-fixing scandal. So that wasn't performance. That was just they were corrupt. That was just Italian football being Italian football. So that's all I have to say about that. If you'd like to get stuck in the comments, that's enough of the Spurs thing that we're talking. But let's talk something that's also run by sort of a dictator style, but maybe a little more competently, if not any less corrupt. And that is the recent, Jimbo, North Korean elections.
That's it. There was an election recently.
Now
That's right.
We say election. We say election. Kim Jong-un, let's say heavy favourite. I don't think the bookies were taking any bets leading in. But you want to bring up the article. Kim Jong-un wins 99.93% of votes in North Korea, which I'm staggered by because who are this 0.07% who deigned to vote against the man?
And he seems like an egotistical maniac enough to just force the 100.
Yeah. I mean, if you're forcing 99.93, you may as well. Or is he going, oh, look, fellas, we've got to make it look realistic.
Yeah.
So
we got to throw a few.
Let's give him 0.07%. Who did it go to, that 0.07%? Jimbo?
Well, the irony is basically there was a handful, I think it says it in here somewhere. So yeah, around 0.00003% abstained. So just didn't vote altogether. And it means the 0.0% didn't go to a rival party leader because nobody was contesting him, of course.
Right. Yes.
It essentially just them voting no against the official candidate being Kim Jong-un. So 0.07% just said, no, we don't want you.
So that's actually a terrible result for Kim. If you're the only candidate and you're losing 0.07% of the vote, that's...
I mean, how nervous are those 0.07% people?
Well, I think the North Korean population is just reduced by 0.07%.
That's it.
Voter turnout was 99.
I'm surprised there's a no option and he doesn't just say, I got 100%.
I don't know why we bother, Kim, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to start running Musclecat Media from now on.
I'm taking a vote and there's only one option.
I mean, you can say what you like about Kim, but he's good at PR, right? Everything coming out of that country is positive about him, and
True.
You know, I have no reason not to believe it, Jim.
Say what you want about Kim. He gets his way.
He does. As did his father and his father before him, Jimbo. Yeah, it's a very fascinating place. I know a couple of people that have been to North Korea.
Didn't come back?
Nope. Sorry, I knew a couple of people that have been. No, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird... Is it just me? I've got friends that have not long ago just travelled to South Korea, but my head always just says, it's a little close.
I went to South Korea.
It's a bit close.
No, get Kim off the screen. I went to South Korea.
For some reason, it just seems like, you're just too close to the scary dictatorship for me.
Well, this was... Yeah, but I'm a mad dog. That's why I went. No DMZ can hold me back, Jimbo. I was there.
Ernest boy, you are as strong as an ox.
There we go. There we go. First opportunity to use it, and well used.
Had to find it.
No, I went to South Korea in 2019 for work, and that was when Kim was launching missiles across the Sea of Japan. And
launching a new PR campaign.
No,
they were one and the same.
Hand in hand. But no, the Cathay Pacific flight, which was the one before us, the pilots reported seeing missiles cross in front of them in the distance. So
not ideal as a pilot.
Mum was worried, and turns out she had every right to be worried. Because, that was...
Mum, it'll be fine. There was only 2 rockets.
Yes, but it was a great work. Only 2, that's right. And this thing has 4 engines, so we're fine. It was a good work trip. Drove a BMW on a test track at the BMW facility.
Ooh.
Went to Incheon, did not make it to Seoul, 40 minutes away. One of the biggest regrets of my life. I was there for 4 days. All the others had been there multiple times. And Seoul's not that great.
Not worth it.
And I was like, well,
come on.
Guys, I don't think I'm coming back. Turns out, no, I'm not going back. Anyway, what do we got in the chat, Jimbo? Who's here with us tonight?
We got, Max Dash has jumped back in the chat.
Hey, Max Dash, hello.
And Max Dash jumps in with a Tottenham Hotspurs should get a relegation.
Yeah, I think they deserve it.
Yep.
Spot on, Max.
Are you a fan of Tottenham or just want to see him get relegated?
Is that a question to me?
No, to Max.
Yeah, good question. Maybe an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, true. We got Han saying political pundits here.
Right, yeah. We've got a bit of politics tonight, actually.
And then Wayne's saying, where's the real DJT tonight?
Oh, good question.
He needs to weigh in.
Yes, Don.
Perfect topic. He's missed his mark.
Don has been around lately, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where Hans jumped in within the Kim Jong chat saying, the man is an excellent golfer.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see a round of 18 between Kim and Don. Although Don is surprisingly good.
Be 18 hole-in-ones, I think.
That's right. Have you seen Donald Trump play golf?
Yeah.
Shocking swing.
I was about to say, weird
well.
swing. He's got a bit of a shack going on, but yeah, he does all right.
The break 50 with Bryson DeChambeau was an interesting watch. Let's go. We talked a bit of football, so let's loop back to AFCON later.
Yep.
Why don't we go flag football, Jimbo? Because
the inaugural Fanatics flag football classic.
It's a mouthful,
It's
isn't
a real mouthful.
To Tell me about it. I didn't know this was on until you alerted me to it. And I run an NFL podcast, so that's concerning.
Yeah, well, that's where. So it was. I mean, everyone's got a different take on it. Whether it was just obviously, I mean, I think Barstool's throwing his 2 cents in, saying it was just Tom Brady getting a massive payday. I mean, he's alleged he was paid $75 million to take part in this, of which he was.
That cannot be right.
Well, he was confronted.
$75 million for the weekend.
Well, I don't know how far that stretches in his involvement, but it's also not been confirmed because then Tom Brady was asked and he then, I mean, he seems to answer with a lot of statements that somebody would say if like, hey, he's like, oh, I guess we're just throwing numbers from everywhere. It's like, you also make it feel like that number's right though somehow in the way you're saying that. I don't
Didn't
know.
deny it?
Oh, he didn't. He denied it as far as he said, oh, I guess we're just reporting any number. And
Right.
like, I don't know where he's getting these numbers from. It's like, you didn't say no. Maybe start with no.
When he says, I don't know where he's getting these numbers from, as in, I don't know why my accountant told him that.
How did he find out? But yeah, so obviously 3 teams. You had the USA team, who is the actual like elite of the elites in actual flag football. And then you had the Founders and the Wildcats. So Founders largely...
So they've gone straight to ChatGPT and said, give us your most basic sports team names. The Wildcats.
The Founders.
I think we've got enough Wildcats.
That's it. Wildcats.
That was the
been done to
Simpsons
death.
gag. Who are we? The Wildcats. Who are we going to beat? The Wildcats.
That's it. And then, so, yeah, obviously... There's a big swirl around. Obviously, they've got to make up a team for flag football for the 2028 Olympics in LA. So, big swirl around, NFL players, obviously they got, I mean, essentially the green flag to compete in it.
And they were stars, like Saquon Barkley.
Oh, correct.
Those guys are
Odell
playing.
Beckham Jr., they had some solid players in there. But it was basically trying to show that, like, hey, are they just going to stack this if they let them and the NFL guys are going to go crush? And I mean, it showed very clearly the NFL guys struggled.
Yeah.
So
Joe Burrow played.
He was
getting spanked.
And it was team cap. So Founders was captained by, who was Founders captain by? Beyond Brady. So it was Brady and Jalen Hurts and Burrows and Jaden Daniels. And coached by Kyle Shanahan and Sean Payton. So
Yeah,
it's like
big dogs.
You
Absolute
had
big dogs.
2
They must have
quarterbacks
sunk
because
a
it's a weird
ridiculous-
game. So there's 2 quarterback system. But yeah, you've basically got Tom Brady and Jalen Hurts. And they got trumped. Like, they struggled.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Team USA obviously took it out, and it just made them... I mean, I kind of went into it expecting it to not go this way, but I think after watching it and kind of thinking about it, it's like, it kind of makes sense.
It's a specialty game.
It's a special game. The rules are very different, and you had so many penalties happening from these NFL guys where their whole life they're trained to stiff arm and swat away arms, and that's what is it? Flag avoidance, or it's a penalty basically in flag football. So you've got guys having to turn off these knee-jerk reactions to a game they've played. Then you've also got weird things where it's like, hey, you as a defender are used to blocking for your quarterback, and that's a penalty. So you have to get out of their way, or the second you even touch them with your arm or they brush past you, you're done for a down. So it's very hard to just turn off these skills. And it sounds like in the lead up that there wasn't a lot of practice.
Of course, these boys are partying on boats at the moment.
Yeah,
They're not.
but even with
together.
the coaches, it's like they were working it out as they went. Of
course.
For sure.
Do you think Kyle Shanahan, after falling apart in playoffs for 8 straight years, do you think he's worrying about this flag football comp?
Well, I mean, after watching it, I would have thought they'd put a little more effort into making sure you don't look embarrassing, though.
I don't think they would have expected that, to be honest.
True.
But now that you asked the question, who gets picked for the Team USA in 2028? Because it's probably just the flag footballers and maybe
100%.
a star or two.
Well, I think that was the big takeaway is like it shows and cements that Team USA flag football guys are safe in the like, hey, this isn't going to be just NFL guys taking their pick of the spots, because it's shown that it doesn't translate.
I wonder what they paid the actual flag footballers. $6 and a hot dog. And they destroyed Tom Brady.
So that was the other interesting. Obviously, it was supposed to be held in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's where all this cash would have come from. That's
correct.
why Brady would have got that much.
Yeah, that's where the money was flowing. But 12 days out, they relocated to Los Angeles. So they had only 12 days notice to move it to Los Angeles, so in the BMO Stadium. So holds, 22,000 people, I think, roughly. But that's the thing I noticed watching, I think, Team USA play the Founders. Very awkward. There's a lot of empty seats, but the most awkward thing is you have them thrown to who'd they have? They had Drewski Drewski on the field
Drewski.
announcing the
He's
team's coming
everywhere.
in, but he's announcing, the founder's Tom Brady, and you're like, it was just dead
Dead
silence.
quiet.
Like no
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah.
I couldn't hear any crowd.
But you know what?
Yeah.
This is not because it got relocated. This is because flag football is lame.
I mean, if anything, that's a good excuse as well for them. It's like, oh no, we relocated.
The great tragedy and the great misjudgment of this whole thing is it sucks.
Yeah.
Right? It sucks to watch. It's not a sport that's in any way engaging. I have tried and I cannot enjoy any of it. Now, let me say one thing separately.
Yep.
As a 5:30 game socially with your mates after work, I'm sure it rocks.
Sure.
And I would play it and love it.
Yep.
As a spectacle, there is a reason it's got no soul. That reason is this has been contrived as a marketing exercise for the NFL.
Yep.
It's the sport that's been allowed to go on the Olympics purely as a promotional tool for the NFL.
Yeah.
It is. It's setting up worldwide pathways for kids and fans to play around the world. Why? What's the one objective? It's to get eyes on the NFL. They're the ones that are pushing it. Every governing body around the world, Gridiron Australia, they are warped in this NFL, this flag football push at the moment. Why? Because this was a sport that previously had no pathways for kids because it's so expensive and so hard to play actual gridiron. Now they see, there's this game we can sell to kids like Milo Cricket or Auskick.
Yeah.
That's what this is. It's all, there's no soul to the sport. Nobody cares. The teams are made up. There's no history.
Yeah.
And it sucks to watch.
Well, and I think that's what Wayne Hollis in the chat, which I couldn't agree more. He said, flag football, I don't know what gave me more anxiety, seeing Joe Burrows put his ACL through the paces or filling up my car at the servo. But I couldn't agree more. Like, it was anxiety driven to watch.
Yeah.
The pace of it is too much.
Well, he's talking about as well the injury risk on Joe Burrow. And I thought the same thing when I saw Jaden Daniels on the sideline do a 360. I'm like, this dude's done an ACL. Like, I do
Gronk
not.
did his hammy.
Yeah. Well, I
So
mean,
it's like,
he's a retired 38-year-old, so you can understand that.
And the most unco way to get up ever. But yeah, it was the weirdest
Yeah,
way.
he did it getting up,
The
right?
weirdest way to do a hammy. You basically put one leg up in the deepest lunge I've seen and then slipped on the AstroTurf. It was kind of a dumb way to do a hammy.
That's the most Gronk thing
It
I've
looked
ever.
very Gronk. But the fast pacedness killed me. Like there was literally, they called a penalty because the officials weren't even ready yet. So it was hey, we're not even set up yet. But it was just anxiety driven because there's just constant movement. That's what I think it was. Who was it? Sean Payton.
Is he in the chat?
Yeah. He's the real Sean
Okay,
Payton.
Sean.
But yeah, he basically said he struggled with the pace. He said, I've spent 30 years mastering the nuances of the NFL rulebook, and today I felt like I was trying to read a menu in a language I didn't speak. He said, the pacing is so fast, you didn't even have time to argue properly with the officials. Because he had a big blow up with the officials.
Of course he did.
Yeah. To be fair, he was right. He was told by an official it was third down, and then after that down, it was a changeover because it was actually fourth down. So then he had a big blow up with the head official. I was like, well, he was kind of right, but so I didn't even have time to argue. I just had to move on.
Still. I mean, I don't know why it's in the Olympics. It should not be in the Olympics.
Well, my take on it, I mean, you're obviously right in that it's to get eyes on the NFL, but my take is also, I don't know if it's true, but with Olympics and kids, to me, it's just the way to get the sport eyes on it, but also it's hey, let's get away from CTE and a bunch of massive tackles and crashes, and this is just the safe version we can push in these spaces.
I don't think the sport belongs there anyway. I mean, the Olympics at its core, it's meant to be the most raw, ancient exhibition of the physical capabilities of man and woman.
Well, this is something I wanted to ask you. It was what gives something the right to be in the Olympics and what's it for? So, because by that definition, I assume cricket shouldn't be there either. It's
no, I don't think it should.
Yeah, it's not for
I don't think it should
sports.
at all.
It's for these endurance and feats of strength. I think
it's more about raw output from humans, obviously athletics, swimming, weightlifting, all that sort of stuff. I think it gets very murky when there's sports that are already huge and popular with franchises in their own right, So this being a subsidiary or a spin-off of the NFL, I don't see it has any place there. Ice hockey is one that I look at a little differently because there is some history there. Same with football, European, world football. There's real history between the countries, whereas there's no history in a purely American sport in the NFL. Any spread to worldwide playing is just, again, contrived for a pathway or for marketing or for the Olympics, right? There's nobody going, I can't wait to see USA play Italy in flag football, right? Whereas in real football, as in world football or ice hockey, you want to see Canada and the USA because there's history there. So I think there's got to be, if it's not the feats of human strength, then it's got to be international history. And outside of that, it's just marketing, and I don't like it.
Yeah, and it definitely seems weird to your point, which, I mean, American football covers that gambit, or flag football, that all the other sports have a presence in multiple countries. Cricket, soccer, etc. But flag football seems like that one weird one where it's like, this is an American, almost solely American thing that isn't worldwide, and we're kind of forcing it to be. But
yeah, and imagine
Anthony Clayton in the chat saying
hey, Clayton's is here.
It's in the Olympics because it's internationally accessible.
Yes, it is. You're right. The flag football is internationally accessible in that you can play it easily everywhere. Yeah. But I still maintain they've come up with that version of it and are marketing it as such, as a marketing push for the NFL. That's what I don't like about it. And I know they may be overly cynical, but I just don't think it should be in there.
Yeah, and so Hans has said, the Olympics is meant to be competitive exercise. Festivus.
Feats of strength, he's right.
Let's get Festivus in the Olympics.
Oh, Hans.
The old Seinfeld reference,
I tell you what,
wondering.
Hans, he commented a few times that he loves Box of Neutrals, the Formula One podcast, and they are constantly referencing Seinfeld. So the fact that Hans loves F1 and Seinfeld, he has found the perfect pod in the Box of Neutrals. Perfect pod. All right, that's flag football. Let's get on to...
Oh, that's where Clayton's jumped in saying it's very popular in Europe, apparently, flag football.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I think
he's right. Yeah.
To my point, right. I'm wrong in that. Yeah, it's a bit more widespread, or at least flag football than I was aware.
Good point, Clates.
Fair call.
Live from Wales.
That's it. We got Max Dash in the chat again. Hey. Arsenal lose the Carbo Cup final against Man City.
2-0.
Carabao going to have targeted Champions League, and Arsenal also favourites in football right now. I hope Madrid keep going on Champions League.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Arsenal are very interesting. Good one, Max. Thanks for your comments. Interesting in that they've finally got this opportunity to win the Premier League. You know, after all these years of bottling it and finishing second, this might actually be the year. And they've also got a real chance in the Champions League as well. So League Cup final, yes, they're in the final. They want to win it. They'd love to have a cup, but I'm sure that's the bottom of their priority list at the moment. You sound like you're going to say something there, Jimbo.
Oh, no, that was licking my lips in anticipation.
Just can't wait to talk AFCON. While we're on football, let's talk AFCON. Now, you don't have to be a football fan to enjoy this story and the drama and the just sheer ridiculousness of it, Jimbo.
Yeah.
So 2 months ago, January, and this is where...
It was a cold summer's day.
It was a cold summer's day. That's an interesting line to roll with. It was a boiling hot winter's day in the middle of the desert. It was the AFCON, African Cup of Nations final. Africa's equivalent tournament to the European Championships, which is obviously huge. Morocco played in Rabat, the final. Morocco, the home team, in the final. Senegal are their opponents. It's 0-0. Morocco get a penalty. Senegal don't like it. There's been all sorts of mischief throughout the game and in the lead up, right? And Morocco, angels.
Yep.
No angels. Stealing towels, pretending they thought it was possessed or it contained tactics. All sorts of trickery on the Senegalese players in the lead up and the hotel and all that sort of stuff.
Tension a-brewing.
Tension a-brewing like you wouldn't believe. It was palpable. You could
cap the tension with a butter knife.
You could palp it, right? You could palp it. It was palpable.
You could palp the tension.
You could palp the tension. And so they get to the final. They're in extra time. It's 0. Well, not 0-0. I'm not American. It's 0-0. It's 0-0. Penalty awarded.
Or as a software developer would say, null.
Either way, there's no scoring yet.
That's it.
Penalty awarded to Morocco. Senegal don't like it. And with all these other tricks that are going on, they say, screw you.
We've had enough.
We've had enough. We're going home. This is rigged. Right? All of the players except for Sadio Mane, their captain and superstar, leave the field. Not only do they leave the field, they go under the tunnel and they say, F you, we're not playing.
Yep.
Right? Extraordinary temper tantrum if I've ever seen one. But there were some reasons which I understand why they were frustrated. I do get that. There are two sides to this. Morocco, no angels. Senegal did leave the field. It must be said.
For a good while.
A period of between 15 and 17 minutes, Jimbo, which is important.
Nobody can tell exactly the time.
Yeah.
Is arranged.
I could have, but that would have taken me 15 minutes. Or 17.
Somewhere in there. But yes, considerable amount of time.
Yes. And
you'd think the game's over at that point.
And I believed at the time that it was enough to constitute a forfeit. I put a video up about that and had the whole nation of Senegal attack me.
Yep.
And I had the whole nation of Morocco start following me online. So I have a very heavy contingent of Moroccan followers.
We had some strong hate from the Senegalese in the comments for sure.
We did, but at least I got the Indians off my back for a week. So it was very interesting. And there was a penalty awarded. Senegal eventually come back. Morocco, the guy was standing over the penalty for 17 minutes. He misses it, doesn't score. Senegal then go on a win. They win the Cup of Nations 1-0, right?
Yep.
Senegal not happy. Morocco not happy. Senegal very happy. The whole world of football seemed to be going for Senegal in that. Fast forward 2 months later, the Moroccan Football Board put in an appeal to the African Confederation, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, we will call them. They said, oi, this is our official appeal. We don't like it. We think it should be overturned because they forfeited by walking off. After short deliberations, CAF agreed with Morocco, and in the back rooms of the Confederation of African Football, they overturned the result and forfeited Senegal.
Yep.
58 days later, out of
I
nowhere.
was going to say, you say short while. 2 months is a long time.
No. It was short deliberations because they only launched the appeal recently.
Oh.
Right, it didn't take that long.
So long.
I don't think it was a 2 month. I might be wrong, but I don't think they launched it straight after.
They just took forever to submit the appeal.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then they just went, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Sounds like you would do. The team's like, mate, if you put the appeal in, I'm getting to it. It's written. It's in my drawer.
Yeah.
I'll put it in later.
Not sure you need to make a jab at me there, James, but sure. So wait, who am I? I'm Morocco in this circumstance.
Yeah.
That checks.
Get the appeal in.
So CAF said sure.
Yep.
Senegal did forfeit in hindsight. Probably should have figured this out in the day, but whatever. And now Morocco are officially the champions of AFCON. And of course, the football world has exploded at this, and everyone hates Moroccan football. There are a few in my comments that have said, Morocco deserved it. I suspect they may be Moroccan.
I was about to say, I'm sure the Senegalese aren't coming back in the chat saying, oh, we're sorry, you were right.
But look, I think everyone disgraced themselves in this. The whole final was a farce. Yeah. So I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not on anyone's side here. I was accused of being a Moroccan.
You're just a journalist in the thick of the field.
I'm just on the front lines, Jimbo.
Front lines.
I told you I'm a mad dog.
That's it.
I'm a mad dog.
South Korean borders. You're all over the place.
But there's a couple of telling quotes, right? So Hakimi, who is the captain of Morocco, you may have seen this as well.
Oh, it's in the chat already, but go on.
Oh, who said that?
Max Dash, I don't have the context, so you can fill us in, but he said Hakimi rejected the trophy because of his mum.
Yes, he's right.
Basically.
Hey, this is the quote. Good one, Max Dash. Gee, he's a valuable viewer already.
That's it.
We want you to stick around, Max. Thanks for this. He said, my mum told me my mum told me to reject the AFCON trophy. I am officially rejecting it and hope my teammates do the same.
Is he the one that stayed on the field or no?
No. That was the Senegalese captain. This is the Moroccan captain.
Oh, this is the Moroccan.
Who have since been awarded the championship.
Oh, so he's trying to say, I don't want it even though they appealed.
Correct. I am officially rejecting it and hoping my teammates do the same. We had a chance but failed to win. Senegal beat us fairly and deserved it. It will be unfair to ruin their joy after the hard work they put in. I respect the CAF decision, but I'm officially rejecting the trophy. I did not win 2025 AFCON. Congratulations to Senegal once again. Which is an extraordinary stance.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that though.
Why?
I mean, I get that it's tainted, and you are by all accounts right, but it's not like there was a small, I don't know, 15 minutes of we're leaving, and I don't know. To me, it's just the sheer scale of which they left and threw in the towel and whinged. So it's like, I get that point. Yeah. If it was one decision they had changed and it was a moment like any other game where it's like, hey, we overturned a call.
Yep.
But this is a big thing they did. I don't know. I just don't think it's... I understand the stance, though.
I understand it.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, it's quite a big statement to make as the captain of the team. I wonder if he consulted the Moroccan Football Board or whether that was just him.
Just off the
sounds
cuff,
like it's just him, which is brave.
Yeah,
very ballsy
brave.
to do that.
Those Moroccans.
They've
got balls.
Cojones. That's right. I don't know what the Moroccan word for balls is, but if I knew it, I'd say it. Yeah, it's huge in that regard. I think what his point and a lot of football fans' point is that, they didn't actually score. They didn't actually win the game. Despite how farcical it was, they still did get beaten on the pitch, which is why it's an empty victory. And you're not celebrating 2 months later. There's going to be no parade. There's going to be
what does it
nothing like
achieve?
that.
I guess.
But I tell you, Idrissa Gueye, who was a star for Senegal, this was a very interesting quote from him. So I don't know whether this was in response to Hakimi from Morocco, but Gueye from Senegal said, "I personally commit to collecting the medals and maybe giving them back to Morocco if that can ease the tensions between the two countries. It's just ridiculous. A football match," now listen closely to this, "a football match is won on the pitch. That's what we did in Morocco. We did what we had to do on the pitch. We won that match. We deserve to be African champions. We are the African champions as far as we're concerned. Titles are won on the pitch, not in offices."
Then stay on the pitch, mate.
Bingo, Jimbo.
Stay on the pitch.
Exactly right. Exactly right. That is the line everyone has been
said.
using. All the analysts, all the...
How does he not see the irony as he goes to type that, though?
I know.
How do you not think everyone's going to say, "Oh, then stay on the pitch"?
But it's not just him. It's everyone. Everyone who's getting on their high horse about it. And again, I don't care. I'm not fussed either way outside of it's an incredible story. But everyone... Football's won on the pitch. It should be what's on the pitch. They shouldn't overturn it. They literally left the pitch.
Yeah.
Like, even just as the poor choice of words for that, you could say football is a contest between two teams, played out with a ball. It's like,
Avoid the word pitch and field, guy. Yeah, that's what Max Dash has said. Morocco don't deserve to be AFCON champions.
Yeah.
I'm feeling sad for Sadio Mane.
Yeah, Sadio Mane. Oh, hey, he got a name right.
I was waiting for the...
Well done, Jim.
Waiting
Beautiful.
for whether I got that right or
No,
not.
I greatly respect Mane as well. I think he has covered himself in glory in this. So, very sad for Senegal in some ways. I don't agree with what they did. I don't agree with what Morocco did either.
Yeah.
Let's just call the whole thing off.
Hans has come in the chat to help us. Testicles in Moroccan is clowy.
Well, they got big clowy, those
They got
boys.
big clowy.
Thanks, Hans.
That's it. And to your point, I feel like the right move was to overturn the decision of them winning, but just, maybe don't give it to Morocco, and I get it, but just, I care less about Morocco getting the win and more Senegal being penalised for their actions.
Yeah.
I think that's how I feel.
Think,
I'm less fussed that, you're right. Morocco didn't win, and I don't care about giving them the win.
Sure.
I just care that Senegal should be punished for essentially forfeiting.
Be careful, Jimbo. They are going to come for you, my friend.
We'll cut that out after the
I'm going to put this on my TikTok and you will get destroyed. Very good. All right, we do have...
Strong feelings for a game I don't follow.
We do have... You couldn't care less. We do have F1 to talk. I do want to talk about the Olympics first, though, because it was only last month that the Olympics were on. It seems like it was 6 months ago.
The Winter Olympics?
Yeah, the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but until today when I saw... What did I see? I was on Reuters.com and I saw just some specialist article about the Paralympics and an editorial or a feel-good story out of that.
Because that's coming up, right?
I think it might be on or done already. I don't know. But this is my point.
Yep.
As soon as the Olympics are over, the main Olympics, it vanishes. It completely vanishes. It is the most transient, easily forgettable sporting tournament on earth. Is there anything that captures us for so intensely for 2 weeks?
Beyond the headlines of the week that the thing happened, nobody's talking about, did you see a month ago that thing that happened in the Olympics?
Yeah. Other than Kathy Freeman winning the 400 and Stephen Bradbury winning the medal in 2002.
Yep.
It slips out of our mind very, very quickly.
True. Unlike Super Bowl, which people are still talking about. Yeah.
It's one of those things that just moves on very quickly. And that's why I wanted you to get the Athens Olympic sites up. Because I remember this article is 12 years old. So 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens. These photos were taken only 10 years after it. And they are always ghost towns, Jimbo. Athens is one of them. There's plenty of others around. But they just freak me out going through these photos.
They didn't even take this stuff down. It's just falling apart.
Just take it off. So what do we got here? We've got the... Oh, is that the grand? I don't know what that part was. This is
it's literally just falling apart.
Yep. So that was the canoeing. So there's all these empty spots that have just overgrown.
The shot put
training field.
Discus,
Discus. Look at it.
What?
That's the beach volleyball.
How are you not using this for other stuff though?
This is why it's such an economical conundrum when cities put their hands up for the Olympics. Because
Brings
this is the
millions for
future.
tourism, but you're left with this infrastructure that you've spent years putting together that you just aren't using.
Especially when there's questions that are countries that are in a bit of an economic crisis. Like, obviously, Greece went through some horrible stuff after that.
Oh,
Just a chair.
Why
Yeah,
not?
see? That's
Wow.
symbolic of the jobs that were lost after the Olympics in Athens.
Man.
Sydney is well used now.
I was about to
still.
say, I was there for SLS, obviously not long ago, in the Olympic Park. There's all sorts of sporting events held there.
Yeah,
There's
it's good.
concerts everywhere. It's like, cool, it can be done.
Well, that's because it was a competently run economy and it didn't fall apart in the GFC.
True, yeah.
But yeah, this is it's always something that's eerie. About once a year, I go back and look at all these photos of these creepy places that have been left abandoned.
I really would love to go there and just wander around though.
And
hey?
who put the cones there? Rather than removing the grates, they just stuff a cone in.
Stuff a cone in there. Oh, don't fault all those people that aren't coming to this derelict empty event.
I would like to think that the guy who put them in is watching this show tonight. Goes, oh crap! I forgot to finish that job. There's the baseball
Wouldn't it be
field.
fun though to just wander this ghost town of I'd
Oh,
love
yeah.
to just wander the abandoned Athens stadiums.
Jimbo, we're going to Greece.
That's it. We're going to Greece.
We're
to
going to
cover
Greece.
The empty stadiums. Man, look at that.
Yeah, the slalom. But look at the infrastructure that had to be built for that, and then it's just left to rot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, let's talk Formula One, and then we'll wrap up the show with a couple of other things. Oh.
Hans in the chat just said Athens trying to get some new ruins.
Yeah, well, that's very on point. Very on trend.
That's where Wayne Holler said, that's the beauty of it. We can completely immerse ourselves in it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And by then we're ready to go back to work and sleeping normal hours, etc.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we're up all night watching it.
Yeah, even this Olympics felt a bit flatter to me. I don't know. There's just so
Yeah.
many other options of things to watch now. The Olympics doesn't capture us like it used to, I don't think.
No. And I mean, I don't know. Something
Maybe
about...
it's just me.
I'm curious what an LA Olympics is going to feel like as well.
I think that'll be good. I think that'd be a good
Yeah.
time slot for us because we'll wake up and it's not.
It's a good
Time
time,
over
so
there.
it just doesn't feel like that illustrious of a place. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, they do have an Olympic history. I think it'll be
yeah.
a good Olympics.
Because they've had it once or twice.
At least once.
Yeah,
At least once. Let's talk some Formula One. And by the way, if there's anybody new in the chat or someone who hasn't put something in the chat tonight, make sure you just say hi. We'd love to hear from you. We want to see the names of the people that are watching along. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit subscribe. Oh, and everyone who is watching, Hans, all the regulars, Max, Dash, Wayne, if you can hit like on this video, that goes a long way.
We do have a new name I am not familiar with. We've got Hip Hop Romania.
Hip Hop Romania.
Crazy how in 26, 27, Lincoln City will play Tottenham in that Super Bowl stadium.
Oh, is that a
In 26, 27.
is that a preseason game or what's going on there? I actually don't know what's happening there.
You
Might
look
have
that
broken
up.
some news to me there, Hip Hop Romania. Are you from Romania? I assume so. If so, I think that's our first Romanian watching. So welcome. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already and hit like and good comment. Thanks for joining us. You let us know, Jimbo, if you find what's going on there between Lincoln City and Spurs. I'm going to talk some Formula One because it has been a very, very interesting week in F1. Obviously, last week we had 2 races that were cancelled. We know Saudi Arabia is gone. Bahrain is gone because of the international tension, so we expected that. Maybe Azerbaijan later in the year will go as well. So we've now got the Japanese Grand Prix. What a track, Suzuka. I love that track. I can't wait to see it. 130R, Jimbo. Oh, it's exciting. But it's going to have to be exciting because it will tide us over for 5 weeks when there's a gap in the calendar until Miami. Now, the other thing that is significant about the gap from Japan to Miami with those 2 races cancelled is that Formula One have said there won't be any regulation changes until Miami. So I think it's until after Miami, maybe just before it. But there were a lot of people thinking that after China, so Australia, China, after China, they thought, well, maybe these regulations will be changed because there's some teams really, really struggling. And there's a lot of people that are complaining about the racing and the artificial feel and the use of energy and all that sort of stuff. They've decided no changes. No changes before Japan, certainly, and probably none in the next 4 or 5 weeks after that. So the racing will stay in a similar state to what it is at the moment. So we'll watch that. The other thing that is broken just in the last 24 hours, the news that Jonathan Wheatley, they call him Wheatley. There's an E in there. I call him Wheatley. He has resigned. He's quit as the team principal of Audi. Now, Jimbo, bring yourself back in here because this is very interesting. Obviously, Audi, new boys in inverted commas because they're a converted Sauber team, but it is now with the backing of Audi, the German motorsport giant who doesn't enter categories of the sport lightly, right? When Audi say they're in Formula One, Jimbo, they're in Formula One. So you think this is a long-term build. They had a really good start. They got points in Australia, which not many people expected. China didn't go as well, but we can see there's a team here. There is a car that is competitive. There are drivers that seem fairly comfortable. This could be, and it won't be a championship contender in the next couple of years, but this is a team that could build. And Jonathan Wheatley, who's experienced at Red Bull and other teams, he's a guy who's had a great history in the sport and has started the Audi era really well. And out of nowhere, he quits after 2 races of Audi. 2 races. Now, it's not exactly out of nowhere because we know that Aston Martin will very, very likely have a team principal position available soon. Adrian Newey will be either sacked or put aside, and they'll say, oh, it was only ever temporary with Adrian. You know, he's not a team principal. He's a genius engineer, and that's what we wanted him for. Aston Martin will be there. The billionaire owner of Aston Martin, Lawrence Stroll, will pay Jonathan Wheatley millions and millions of dollars. The question I have, Jimbo, is I know the money thing. I get the money thing.
Yep.
How much more would Wheatley have to be paid to walk away from Audi, which there is so much promise there, after 2 races to go to Aston Martin, who are frankly a basket case? I just don't know how much money is enough money, firstly. And why would you leave a team where you could be, I guess you could be a hero at Aston Martin too, but Audi just seems such a better place to work. You're not, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the age-old question, though. How much is enough to not care about the thing you're doing?
How much would you have to be paid to leave Muscle Media?
Well, apparently Tom Brady's alleged numbers are $75 million to go on flag football and take an L.
Where are we pulling these numbers from? Yeah, it's a big story because it's such an enormous project to get a team to where they are at the moment. And Audi, like I said, have been so positive. And 2 races.
But do you think it's a combination of money and internal frustrations and difficulties, or no?
I don't. I mean, but Audi's going so well.
True,
Aston Martin's the place that's a basket case. And the thing is too, Wheatley will have to take gardening leave. Audi will. There's basically a non-compete clause. They'll push him probably for a full year to not be able to take a team principal job elsewhere. That's the suspicion of what's in his contract. So it's not like Aston Martin can say, sweet, we've got him in Japan. It's going to be a sizable gap between now and when they can get him. So, yeah, it's a dramatic move. A very, very dramatic move in the world of Formula One.
Yeah, I got a lot of dollar bags in the chat from Anthony Clayton.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is. But
Hans said, how much money do you need? ? Just a little more. It's always just a little more.
There's some modern wisdom from Hans.
That's it.
If anyone cares, I went to the Modern Wisdom show last night. Chris Williamson, what a legend.
Did you get any?
No,
You missed it?
Forgot it all.
You didn't catch it when he was throwing it out?
He was making it rain with wisdom. And they
He
just
had the air cannon for wisdom?
No, still no wisdom. But I got this cool shirt.
That's it.
Nice. Kids didn't like it. They said he's a bad guy.
It's scary.
Scary, too scary. So I'll have to cover it up. But that's Formula One. I'm still torn as to whether I think this is a great season of Formula One or a terrible season.
Well, and now that there's a big old gap, is it going to be like the Olympics? We're all going to forget about it for a while?
No.
Oh, obviously not.
Because I'll be posting videos and I will keep people tuned in.
We had Hip Hop Romania say, don't let them struggle. We want Formula One, depending on where you are, Hip Hop Romania.
Romania. So is Formula One big in Romania as well? That's good.
Wow, that's assuming.
Drive to Survive. Hip Hop Romania. Have you been following Formula One for a long time, or did Drive to Survive get you into it? I've asked that question of everyone because it's always such a fascinating story.
We had Han saying, while we're talking shirts, why is Jimbo in camouflage?
He is. Oh my gosh. The one time he doesn't wear black and he wears a grey.
That's it. This is my colour pop for the year, Hans.
Yeah, that's about as...
This is as far away from black as I get. Although, I might get a little further for the right sponsor.
Yes, for the soon-to-be-named sponsor.
Watch this space.
Watch this space. Man, you're going to look cool. You're going to look cool in that hoodie, Jimbo. Let's finish with some fun stuff. I sent you... do we talk the Louis Theroux Manosphere? Let me know in the chat if you've watched the Manosphere documentary with Louis Theroux. And if you have, we might cover a little bit of that. go to that video that I sent you in the chat before. I can't
That you
even remember.
titled "Don't Watch."
Yeah, I can't even remember what it is now.
Nice.
I can't even remember what it is, but I'm sure it was hilarious for me to send it to you.
All right.
And then we'll cover some war history for a nice light note to
That's
finish
it.
off.
Light finisher. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah. So the caption is, we will I don't know whether this is a real football club or not. We will be debuting our new goal graphics, our new goal celebration graphics this Sunday. Roll the tape. That made me laugh. Can you click into Anchor Athletic? Is that actually a club? If it is, it's so much better. Established 2025. Just looks like meme lords.
Does a bit.
Okay, still, I thought that was good. That was a good laugh.
You got us.
Can you go to the history of? By the way, we'll bring back the Jimbotron next week. I reckon we'll have a good video session. The Jimbotron.
That's it.
Bring up history's verdict: hero or villain. Now, I have been on a little bit of a World War II bent over this last 6 months. Just so many intriguing documentaries out there, Jimbo. And I stumbled across this one on my Amazon Prime. History's verdict: hero or villain. So it goes through a number of famous names, episode by episode. And the question is, how does history determine these guys? Because there are some names that are a little murky, right?
Sure.
On one hand, they might be a hero for their nation and they may have done some heroic things. And sometimes it comes out in, the light of history or as time goes on that maybe they weren't quite as heroic or quite as noble as we first thought.
Maybe they were misunderstood.
However, the first 4 episodes of this lineup, I don't think there's much ambiguity. Let's have a look at these names. Jimbo, hero or villain?
Here we go.
Who we got?
Stalin.
Hero or villain, Jimbo? What about
Mussolini?
Number 3, that's a tough
Hitler.
one. And then Churchill. I mean, I'm not sure there are many saying villain for Churchill. Maybe in a couple of countries.
Divisive on the first 4.
I think they must have looked at it and gone, look, this is a World War II show, or at least the prominent wars we're going to be covering. We know we have to talk Stalin, Mussolini, and Hitler. We can't avoid them, so we just got to get them out of the way. Let's leave the real cliffhangers for the end. Stalin.
Let's
Mussolini.
disperse them through, maybe, not just start with back-to-back. No questions here.
Jeffrey Dahmer, hero or villain?
Hero, villain. Or misunderstood child.
That's right. Oh, that made me laugh. I am going to watch that show because I can't wait to see how they spin it. Sure. I hope there's a live vote in the chat.
That's it.
Go on, Jimbo. If you look at your screen like that, I think there's something
Scottish
coming.
FM had just said, history is written by the winner.
Yes. I assume that show was too. Liam, are you disputing those first 3, are you?
No, I think he gave context. He said, the British are evil to the Aborigines and India are the hero for the UK. So I was like, that's all perspective. Maybe not with Hitler, but...
Yeah, well, I get colonialisation is a very sensitive topic, and I was not going to go there, Liam, on the show. I take your point. I was not going to go there. I was more laughing at the old Hitler
Anthony
gag.
Clayton's jumping in with more.
Oh, no. What have I started
What have we
here?
gone?
Can you not read that out?
Oh, okay. What? Iran and India, Scots and Welsh.
Yeah. No, I know, guys. I know that there are some that are murky. My point is, it was Stalin, Mussolini, and Hitler. But hey, if I'm wrong, let me know. Jimbo won't be able to read that out, but let me know. We'll DM you afterwards. Did you have anything else, Jimbo? Anyone commented about the Louis Theroux documentary, The Manosphere? Worth a watch.
We had Wayne Hollis say Stone Cold versus The Rock. That's divisive.
That's a good one. That's a good. Mark Scaife versus Russell Ingall. Yeah.
Schumacher and Verstappen.
Schumacher and pretty much everyone he raced against, to be honest. I think that's pretty much all I had. Anything else from you tonight, Jimbo, before we wrap it up? What are we at? We're almost at an hour.
I mean, the only other thing I thought just gave me a bit of a tickle is I don't know if anyone here covers heavily the US Women's Half Marathon Championship that took place last week.
Oh, yeah, we're right into it.
But it got a bit awkward. There was a navigational error. So basically
Oh, this is like that race in Little Rascals at the end when the sign gets...
Basically.
No way.
So
really?
The lead 3 women in this race, so they were not far from the finish line. The navigating car took the wrong turn led them 3 minutes down the wrong path, whilst the rest of the races that came took the right path, and they went on to finish 7th, 8th, and 9th, and they were guaranteed first, second, and third. So it was a major debacle.
So it's not like the whole race was messed up. It was just the leaders.
3 women. So, yeah, Jess McLean's
In
calls
other
for
news,
action.
the Moroccan Football Board have appealed the result.
No, give it 2 months.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so essentially, and I mean, the footage is a little, I mean, it's not that riveting, but it is just.
Are they running around? Is this from the Office? Is that Dunder Mifflin's car park they're running
look
around?
very like 90s
This is the
Office.
episode where Michael Scott tried to go on a fun
That's
run.
it.
All right, so what do we see? Do we see anything unfold here? Or?
I had a better video. I think it's this one. Yeah, so video 1, that's her going down following the car and motorbike.
Yep.
And then I think they then pan and see the other 2 women follow along.
Yes.
But here in that middle section is actually where they're supposed to be running. So this is them being taken back, I think like 3 minutes later, down where they were supposed to go.
Dude, at their pace, that's almost a kilometre.
So basically they took the wrong turn at Ted Turner and Nelson, and they lost. Yeah, they I think they came 13th or something ridiculous. Basically, just threw away the race for him.
Ted Wrong Turner, am I right?
And then, I mean, it's
James,
controversial.
that was gold. You were in the zone. You didn't hear my gag.
I was waiting for my next one. Ted Wrong Turner. I heard it in my subconscious.
Keep going.
But yeah, so they've actually already responded. So the US ATF rulebook, basically the appeal found no recourse because they basically said it's on the runner to follow the path. They said, hey, even though
It's a little harsh.
the car took the wrong place, it's on the athletes to know the course. So it's basically
Right. And what's the job of the course lead car?
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I take the point in that sort of like the football thing, it's a struggle to know how to overturn something that hasn't happened. It's a bit more cut and dry with football because there's a mechanism in the rules for a forfeit, whereas this is not a forfeit. This is, we would have won. I would have hung on to my lead. So how do you prove that? You can't prove it. You can't take it away from the people who actually crossed the line first.
And that's where I think, the jury appeals found no recourse within the US ATF rulebook to alter the result, order, or finish. The results order of finish as posted is considered final. But yeah, I don't know where it is, but it was somewhere where they also said it's the responsibility of the runners to know the course. And then the thing that I guess makes it hurt even more is the top 3 finishers qualify for the World Championship.
No.
So it was not an inconsequential race.
Oh, no.
And you've literally got the top 3 women that got misled this way. So
they did say they're going to review it. They won't select until May and they'll review it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that, guys.
Yeah, so Jess McLean was not a happy camper.
Wowzers. That is disastrous.
But yeah.
Nothing like ending the show on someone else's misery.
Not as lighthearted and fun as I thought.
No, I like it.
But still.
I think it's great. Look, last chance for anybody new in the chat. Just say hi. We're about to wrap up. We'll be off air in a couple of minutes, but just say hi. We want to shout you out. We appreciate Max Dash for joining us tonight. We appreciate Hip Hop Romania. And of course, we appreciate all the regulars. You know who I'm talking about.
I'll take a risk. I don't know if you know this reference, but Wayne Hoss has said, Burned Mylander wouldn't have made an error like that.
Yes, he's the safety car driver for Formula One. Burns had a few hairy moments in his career. But when you ever see one of the safety car drivers in the flesh, they are fanging it. They're skilled drivers.
Yeah, I saw some of the ones at the Adelaide 500 pretty close burst. Like they are. Yeah. Even the Ford Rangers clearing the track, you're like, man, he's fanging it in a Ford Ranger on that thing.
Dude, I once went in in the course car, so the car at the end of the Targa Tasmania rally. This is when I was working for Motorsport Australia.
Was this during the race?
Yeah, so that obviously all the competitors go off. There's lead cars, and then there's the competitors, and then there's medical cars, and there's one final sort of course car for checks, And Targa Tasmania, for those who don't know, it's a road rally, a tarmac rally. Yep. So it's public roads in Tasmania through the forest, but it is hairy, scary stuff. And that car, Jimbo, fangs it. And I'm a passenger there, like I've never been in it before, and my goodness, that they go uncomfortably fast. Even just chasing, because they need to get to certain points by a certain time to wrap up and pack up and check people. And those non-racers, they can race, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, that's the show for tonight. Unless you had anything else, Jimbo. All good? All done?
No, just had Hans. Hans is saying Jimbo's on fire tonight.
Hey,
Don't know if that's sarcastic or if I'm nailing it.
No, I think
I'll take it. Oh,
I think you got the Mylander.
Oh no, he said nailed the pronunciation, Jim.
Of Mane and Mylander.
Nice.
Nice. All right, that is the show. That's Curt Can't Talk, or Curt and Jim. I forget what we call this show. It changes every week. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do. Tell your mates. Hit like as well. All of those comments, we love it. The show is built on the chat, Jimbo. That's really what we do it for. So we appreciate you all tuning in. Don't forget to tune back in on Thursday. There's always a Thursday interview episode that drops. We've got plenty of stuff on this channel. Outback Quarterback, if you're into the NFL, we're live on Wednesday. If you're into Formula One, Box of Neutrals. If you like the World Rally Championship, listen to my Calls podcast. If you like baseball, we've got Baseball Expats. We've got it all. This is Curt Can't Talk. Tell your friends, keep following, and we'll see you next Monday. Smooth.